He was a successful sports journalist making good money, enough to be comfortable, enough to feel like he'd made it. But sitting with his old professor, who had very little money but profound fulfillment, he realized something jarring. Money had solved his financial problems, but it had created an existential one. He was financially secure, but spiritually empty. Then his professor asked the question that shattered everything. What are you getting from all this work? His professor Mori asked him about his work schedule. Mitch described the constant deadlines, the travel, the pressure. He was working all the time, making great money. Mori asked gently, "What do you need all this money for?" Mitch got defensive. "For security, for comfort, to provide for my wife." Mori nodded, then asked the harder question, "And does it make you happy? Does the work feel meaningful?" Mitch couldn't honestly say yes. He'd been operating on the assumption that financial success equaled life success, that making money was the same as making a meaningful life. Mori's question exposed the huge gap between those two things. Mori explained it perfectly. Money is a tool. It solves certain problems. You need food, shelter, medical care, some security. Those are real needs, and money addresses them. But once you have enough to cover those needs, money stops solving problems and starts creating them. You start chasing more money for its own sake, not because you need it, but because society says more is always better. The real problem is, once your basic needs are met, the questions that actually matter: what's my purpose? What gives my life meaning? How do I want to spend my limited time? Those aren't solved by more money. They require honest self-examination. Mori watched colleagues chase tenure, salary increases, and status, thinking each achievement would finally bring fulfillment. It never did, because fulfillment doesn't come from external accumulation. It comes from internal alignment between your values and your life. Mitch realized he was in the same trap, working constantly to make more money, telling himself it was for security, when really, it was because he didn't know what else to do. Then Mori hit the core issue. Devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. Money can't do that for you. He explained that people use money chasing as a way to avoid the harder question of what they're actually living for. It's easier to say I am working to make money than I am working because I have you and figured out what I actually want from life. Mori made very little money as a professor, but his work gave him purpose, helping students, exploring ideas that created fulfillment no amount of money could ever purchase. He told Mitch, "You're going to keep chasing financial success thinking it will eventually feel like enough. But there's no enough when you're chasing the wrong thing. Money solves money problems. It doesn't solve meaning problems." Mitch saw his own life with painful clarity. He'd been using career success as a substitute for purpose, and money as a substitute for meaning, and it just wasn't working. After that conversation, Mitch started asking different questions. Not, how do I make more money? But what would give my life meaning? What do I actually want to contribute? The answers had nothing to do with his current work. The lesson is simple. Money solves problems until you need meaning. Financial security is important, but beyond that, the questions that truly matter require completely different answers. Meaning comes from purpose, not from accumulation. Think about it. Money is a tool